Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you back to Turkish cuisines whereby we're gonna be making this delicious Turkish meal. It is one of my favorite that I have loved lately, and its name actually they normally say it like Taze Fasulye. Fasulye in Turkish is actually beans. So if translated, I might be saying like it is green beans. So what we're gonna do is actually start by removing this outer peel on the both sides of the beans. And I normally use this small appliance. I don't know the name. So we're gonna do this to actually remove that part because these sideways they are normally hard or harder when the food is actually ready. So there we have done everything, and it's time to clean. And what I normally do is actually wash them, rinse properly, like wash and rinse. And once I'm done is actually just to make sure that I'm not spoiling everything, like peeling them out or removing everything out. So I'm gonna remove the water and then rinse again, and then later we're gonna continue and just to see how delicious it's gonna come. So once I'm ready, is time for me to chop the onions. You're gonna be needing more onions depending on how many people you are. So I'm using four little onions. They are not large, but just remember you're gonna be needing a lot of more onions to make it more delicious and more sweet. So I'm chopping them this way in cubes, if I may say so. And then just remembering Turkish food makes me, or cooking Turkish food makes me happy, because it is one of way of actually learning new cultures in terms of food. So once it's ready, we're gonna actually heat our pan, and then we're gonna put our onions there, as you can see. And something else I'm forgetting to mention is that to make it even more delicious and more like just smelling so good, we're gonna be adding olive oil. I'm using olive oil and a lot of olive oil. If you hop into Turkey, you'll realize that they normally put a lot of oil. It is olive oil, which is good. And I'm gonna also be adding some one little garlic, one piece of garlic, because it makes it even more delicious and smells so good when you combine both the onions and the garlic. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and chop it little by little in slices like this. Not slices, are these slices or cubes? I don't know, whichever way you want to actually slice it, you can do it. And then once they are ready, you're gonna mix into the onions. Okay, and the way we're gonna be actually cooking the onions is to not to make them brown, but rather we're gonna be just making them, heating them until they are a little bit tender. And what we're gonna do is actually to add in some salt. I'm adding in some little amount of salt because they are not a lot. And something else I'm forgetting to mention is that during this time I'm cooking on a low heat, and I normally love to actually go ahead and slice just twice. As you can see there, you can leave them like that, but if you want, you can also make them, if they're too much tall like this one, you're gonna be needing to actually slice them into halves like that. Once I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and actually add in my green beans into the pot. Okay, like so, little by little, without burning yourself, of course. And then once everything is ready, and remember this is Turkish meal, so we're gonna be cooking the Turkish way. If I was a Kenyan, I won't be doing this. Like if I was, or if if I was cooking the Kenyan style, I'll cook it differently, but maybe the same way. So what we're gonna do is actually to actually mix everything together so that it has like the bean soaks all the flavors of the onion. And then what we need to add in is some little amount of actually Before we add in anything, we're gonna leave it to actually boil for a little time as I chop the tomatoes or tomatoes. How do we call tomatoes? I don't know. In Turkish, I think it is almost similar to tomatoes. Tomatoes. I'm not sure. Now our tomatoes are ready, depending on which name you call them. And what we're gonna do is actually to make sure that we are checking on our food. As you can see, they are a little bit turning into good good color, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do is actually to give it one more round of actually mixing together, and during this time we're gonna be adding some salt just to make it taste, and to make it even more delicious we're gonna be adding a little bit, not too much, just a little bit amount of sugar. Okay, this is so this is a trick that I have learned, and it's gonna make it even more sweet and also so much delicious. You're gonna mix everything together like I'm doing, so that it is well mixed, and actually it just get all the nutrients, or do we call it the nutrients or the I don't know. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in some tomato paste. I remember tomato paste is one of those things you must have in Turkey, and we're gonna fry it for at least 2 minutes to just make sure that the tomato paste is actually mixing well with everything before adding in anything else. So make sure that you're mixing everything and you are a little bit letting it to cook, and it's gonna give you that good smell, and also it's gonna make it the food so delicious. Once we are done, we're gonna add in our tomatoes, as you can see, and those tomatoes are so delicious, I kid you not. So we're gonna make sure that we are mixing again everything. And the green beans, how do we call the green beans in your language? I think in my language in Kenya we call them maragwe mbichi. Maragwe mbichi, it's green beans that are not ready. Okay, and then we're gonna cover and let it cool, or let it heat on a low heat. Meanwhile, today I decided to make some juice for my kids. They love melon. Normally we love melon actually. We really love watermelon so much. And it is in summer in Turkey, and why not? Why not eat them when they are still available, because they won't be available all the season. And I got this one, and it was so big, and also inside it was so juicy and so sweet, as you can see. I couldn't resist actually tasting it, but we're gonna be making some juice because I'm waiting for the food to be ready, so that I can actually we're gonna be using it, like we're gonna be using to drink, and also once we are done with our dinner. So as you can see, our juice is ready, and it is one of those juice that you just need during summer in Turkey. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy. It is one of the best juice when it comes to your skincare and also to your routine and health wise. So yeah, it's so sweet, I kid you not. I had to actually taste it, and it was so nice. Meanwhile, by this time, our food is ready. We have cooked it almost for not more than 30 minutes. And then it's already ready, as you can see. But we are going to be still uh, just mixing everything, the tomatoes and the onions and everything, so that the food can get those flavors very well. So as you can see, during this time, I'm sure it is very well, like it is ready to be eaten, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna close the heat, and then we're gonna leave it to actually sit on there while it is closed for at least another 10 minutes to make it so delicious and so sweet. So as you can see, here we are. The food is ready. We're gonna be needing some yogurt, and what I'm gonna do is actually take one piece of garlic and mix it with some yogurt to just make the food. This is optional, you don't need to do it, but we normally do this to make it so good. And I'm gonna needing some little amount of salt and mixing everything. So you're gonna mix until the yogurt and the garlic and the salt are very well mixed, like so. Okay, and this is one way. Or maybe yogurt and let me just say yogurt has been used, widely used here in Turkey. Turkish people really love yogurt all the time, all the season. Okay, so as you can see, our food is cooled down, like it is still warm, and it has taken all the flavors, and it's ready to be eaten. I can't wait to actually just dive in. As you can see, we're gonna put the yogurt down on the plate, and then we're gonna be adding some little top just to decorate it, or to, I don't know, how do we call it, to arrange the plate, if I may say so. Hey, I forgot to add some little coriander on top, but you got it. There we have our food. It's ready. If you're liking my content, you want to see me make more Turkish food, let me know in the comment section. Do not forget to eat with bread in Turkey. If it was in Kenya, maybe ugali will do. Otherwise, until next time, bye.